Morning, everybody. Good morning. Yes, coffee time. Listen, I want to tell you something. With all the discovery going on now and all the cast of characters that are being revealed, and now you know exactly who Popcorn is. You know, this whole time we've been together and going back, have you noticed something that has happened over time? Nobody talks about my double anymore, about Kenny. Why? Because it was never him. Now everybody's understanding what I used to say back in the days. It's not him. He fills the role of the market maker, stuff like that, but it's not even him, it's his corporation. And Citadel, whatever, king on the street, whatever. I get it. And people think, oh, it's them, it's 100% them. But that was even a hit job on them. At the end of the day, these motherfuckers over at AMC worked with a bunch of other motherfuckers, obviously City, because City was the one that was holding those 500 billion gazillion AMC synthetics down in Brazil. And City was also the organization that helped craft Ape. I talked about that from before. And he was going back to City to get more Ape if he didn't get the reverse split. And he always had that above us. So you have to understand that whole nightmare that happened. They were telling you, look over there, not over here. But the reality is, at the end of the day, it was right where I was telling you it was at. It was Popcorn. You have to look no further than that motherfucker and his 50 billion email accounts. And whatever YouTubers he worked with, if he worked with Reddit people, YouTube people, whatever, or people on Twitter, certain people had his back. And yeah, he's our silverback. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I know I've been talking to these motherfuckers for a couple of months already. Like, how can they not see? And I used to say, you could never trust a CEO. And especially this motherfucker and the way the whole company structure was. Just look at the board, not for nothing, But let me just say this way: so everybody was looking at Kenny, Citadel this, Citadel that. At the end of the day, this play was broken into a couple of different parts. 100% the board and AMC, nefarious motherfuckers. City working with them in order to work against us. I don't even blame those motherfuckers because, like I said, sharks do swim and eat. I get it. Then you had the other ones, the brokers, the I gotchas, the Weebles, Robin Hoods, Moo all these motherfuckers. And in the whole process of it, everything, they worked with a bunch of other silent motherfuckers, big motherfuckers. Like on June 2nd, those motherfuckers. The main thing I'm trying to tell you now is you can't blame Citadel Kenny. You don't got the YouTubers on your side, retail, like Reddit, Twitter people, whatever. You can't go to City and create more Ape. Basically, there's nothing left, and if this court holds out long enough, the forces of nature that were making AMC. Do you know how big AMC was to have all this done? If you gotta absorb that. Like when I used to tell you that this thing is bigger than anything I've ever seen in the street, and it will be a managed event. Look at what was being done. It was being managed, right? Nobody stepped in. Nobody did anything. Even with all the shit that's going on right now, not for nothing. Just trying to tell you. There is nothing, absolutely nothing right now, no wiggle room they can do right now, besides their little synthetic bullshit. But we're getting obviously closer. All those FTDs, what are they going to do? Get growing. Like you can swap shit out as much as you want, whatever. The day of reckoning is going to come. I'm going to tell you a little rule I learned a long time ago. A stock is always $3 less than it's showing. Just on the exchange. I was always taught that. $3 less than it was showing. And they fight to push that thing down every day. If it breaks past that $3 barrier, then it's like, oh shit. Right now, AMC being in the 5 and change, it's not really in the 5 and change. It's in the 8 and change reaching the 9. Now, if you guys remember back before June 2nd, weren't we in the same pricing structure before we ripped? Once we passed 14, it was gone. But before we got to that 14, we got to that point. We got to that $9 point, and then it was just, boop, there you go. Just want to tell you, this is AMC. There's no way to explain it. You just had to live through it. And here we are. So let me finish my coffee. Good morning. Good morning.